What time is it? Another Growth Process Friday. Today I'm going to be talking about accepting change. I don't want to sing too much, but I don't know if you know the same. Through all the changing scenes of life, in sorrows and in joy, it's a fact of life that in every aspect we will face some kind of change. Now, sometimes the change may be pleasant. Oh, you've grown in so many ways, you've changed in so many. Sometimes you meet some other person say, hey, you've changed though, like maybe in terms of your character or your physical appearance. It is inevitable, and sometimes change is good. Sometimes it can be difficult to accept, but we need to come to that realization that change is something we definitely have to face. I used to be very scared of change. Sometimes I realize I don't really enjoy the moments that I'm in because I'm always scared of what if something is going to change, what if someone is going to change, what if this place where I've become comfortable in is going to change. But being afraid of change prevents us from growing. It's not all the time that it's easy to accept. Like I said, if for example somebody you care about changes towards you, you may find yourself blaming yourself like, hey, why has this person changed? Or like that kind of change. I'm giving you an example. Or you lose a loved one. That kind of change is very difficult to accept. But there are some kinds of change too that we would definitely have to go through to become better people and to become the people that God has called us to be. Life is full of changing scenes, and we need to learn to know how to respond to those various changes. Sometimes it will take some time for us to accept that change. That's why it brings to mind the fact that we need to learn to trust God wholeheartedly, because everything changes. People may change, situations may change, but God is the constant. There's a song like that. Can I get an amen? Right, yeah, he's the only constant. Other things, other people may change. And sometimes we ourselves may change. Now, speaking of change, I want to use this as an opportunity to remind that you also have to make that conscious effort to guard against a negative kind of change where like you used to be a certain kind of way, and now that you've gotten what you want, you become a certain way. In as much as we are always hoping that people don't disappoint us, we must also be very careful that we also don't disappoint others, even though we are human. The effort counts. Now, one last thing I'll say about change: we need to learn to stop saying, maybe that's how I am, so I'll not change. Let's say, for example, maybe I'm someone who easily jumps to conclusions about people, and then I come to a realization that that is not a good attitude to have. That is not the time to say, as for me, that is how I am. I'll never change. I'm a typical product of change. Like, I don't even want to go into much detail, but I'm a typical product of change, because if some years back, someone would have told me, I'll even be sitting here today, speaking into a camera to post, I would have said the person is lying, because me, I'm naturally shy, introverted, etc. But I realized at a point that to grow, to become the woman that God has called me to be, to become the people that God has called us to be, we need to learn to also go through some changes and not sit down and say, as for me, the sun, I'm never going to change. To anyone who is struggling with any kind of change, maybe you lost a loved one, or someone you loved or trusted changed towards you, or you are facing a new environment, I'm here to remind you that you are not alone, that you are stronger than you think. Sometimes it's okay to cry, sometimes it's okay to sit in your corner and just process your thoughts. But sometimes too, you also need to find that one person that can be there for you throughout. And above all, remember that God sees you do it all, even when it doesn't feel like it. So that's the end of today's episode. I hope you were blessed by it. And if you've not subscribed yet, Growth Process family, please, let's spread the word. Let's get people to subscribe, to watch, let's share, and don't forget to turn your notification button on as well. Take care, stay safe, embrace change if you have to, and bye.